What's going on, a&kfam? Damn, that was on sync. Guys, big deal. We haven't like seen you guys since last year. Doo-doo.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys. 2019. Big
Why
year.
are you... Alright, guys. Happy New Year. Sorry we haven't posted in a very... What is my hair doing?
It's been like 5 days. Yeah.
Very... Well, that's a long time for us.
Yeah.
We're excited to make more content, videos, and etc.
Etc. Yeah, it's a big year for... well, for me, I'm turning 21 this year.
Woohoo! I'm turning 20, so that's
She's
boring.
turning 20. In 3 months, it'll be my 1-year anniversary of doing YouTube. March 7th last year is when I created Alec, Sant vlog. I don't think that was the first day I posted. That was like the first time I created Alec, Sant vlogs, the channel, which is now A&K with the a&kfam.
Yes.
But
6 days. It's going to be our anniversary officially of 2 years being together. But it's more like 2.5 years, probably. 3 years of knowing each other.
But April is when we like...
2 years officially being together, and then...
But April is when we started like having a thing.
Yes.
And that's when we started going on and off. So like, I guess April, you could say 3 years of being like a thing. I don't know.
If you guys are new, I'm Kianna. This is Alec, and we have we have a couples channel, A&K, and we make vlogs, pranks, challenges, random stuff, and we would love if you guys would join our family.
For Christmas, if you guys watched our last video, what we got for Christmas, you would have seen that I got Kianna a Disney annual pass, although this is not.
I don't have my real pass yet.
I made her a book.
Yes. For my...
A few...
We mentioned it in the video.
Yeah, other videos ago, we mentioned that I made her a book 2 years ago. But I made her a new one. So we are going to go more into detail about the book and how I made it and how I gave it to her because we forgot to read. Well, we didn't forget to record it, but we were being rushed when it happened. So we were going to say, like, my side of the story. She'll say her side, too. But we're just going to go and dive. So, dating back to, like, November, I had come up with the idea. I'm like, alright, I really want to get her a Disney pass because I know how much she wanted it. And, and...
It's still, like...
So
ooh,
fresh.
Yeah, like it's so weird to think that I actually have one now. Okay, sorry, continue.
So, after I started getting a few paychecks, because if you guys have been here for a while, you'll remember that I broke my hand way back in June, so I was out of a job pretty much until October. That's when I first started working.
Yeah.
And my first paycheck I didn't get till like the last week of October. So I pretty much wasn't working and had pay from like June to October. So I started getting paychecks, and I know how much she really wanted it, and I was working a lot, so my paychecks were on the higher side, and so I started saving up for a Disney pass. I didn't tell her. I told 2 people. Andrew didn't really care. I told him he didn't really care. But
thanks, Andrew.
Steph, I told Steph because I knew she had a Disney pass. Her and Kianna are super close. They've been to Disney before together. Yeah, once.
I would say like okay, we've been together alone once. But we have met up with Steph and Travis to go to Disney like a couple times. So yeah. I would say like this was my 3rd time going with her.
And her and Kianna are like super big Disney fans, and I knew that.
Huge.
And I knew that if she had a pass, she can go with Steph when I can't go, and yada yada. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna get her Disney pass. But at that point, I was undecided of which one I wanted to get her. Although I quickly, like, after I just researched it a little bit, I knew I wanted to get her the signature one. But I wanted to come up with a creative way to give it to her. I didn't want to just be like, oh, here's a pass. You know, that's kind of boring. So I 2 years ago, when I made her the book about our Disney vacation, I was like, honestly, it was probably a week and a half before Christmas. I was like, all right, I'm going to make another book. So...
It is this book.
I was gonna record every single time I went to go make the book.
That would have been so cool.
But we didn't have a second camera at the time.
Oh yeah.
And for the time being, the camera that we did have, which is now the one that Kianna uses, was like staying at her house because we were filming here mostly.
At my house, yeah.
So I couldn't really record. But nonetheless, we'll go through every page. So it was a lot of work. All in all, I probably spent like 12 to 15 hours, maybe a little more, on this book. No less than 14, I'll tell you that much, and no more than 20. So in between 14 and 20 hours I spent actually working on this book. There's a lot that I had envisioned for this, but it just couldn't, like, I couldn't physically get it to work. But The front page, I don't know if it's going to be blurry or not, but the front page says KL because her initials are Kianna Lichter. I was like, I don't want to just make her another book with quotes like I did 2 years ago because I don't want to be like copying myself. So I had a riddle. This book is filled with magic. Flip through the pages and won't be tragic. At the end, you'll find the one true thing you want. Surprise. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm talking most of the time, but it's just because I spent all the time like making
so
it.
he's
So
gonna explain like the actual like process of him doing the book, his thoughts and stuff of getting me my gift and yada yada yada. I'm gonna talk more at the end, just shortly about like once I got it, the process of activating it, and eventually my future plans of actually officially getting the hard card, of activating it, all the benefits, all that stuff. So like I'm more information, he's more like fun.
Some pages have different types of font. I use stencil for all the words because my handwriting's not the best, and stencil just looks cool.
Yeah, it looks so cool.
You'll see on every page that there is a word or two. I think there might be 3 on one, and it's in blue, and all the blue words are the same font of stencil. And that's supposed to be the riddle. You know, every page has a different word, and it all adds up to that quote that I said earlier. But the first page says, "This is me." It's a quote from The Greatest Showman. I put this picture of me and my mom when I was like a little kid. And
so cute.
The reason I put that in there is because my mom has this picture framed in our hallway, and Kianna, it's like one of Kianna's favorite photos of me.
Because he's so cute.
And she wanted to low-key steal it, and I told her she couldn't because it's also one of my mom's favorite photos. So I photocopied it and put it in here, and you know, this is me from The Greatest Showman, but also literally, this is me. So this one might be a little harder to read because the stencil is so like, everything's gonna be backwards. I feel bad for you guys, but the quote says, "There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island," which is a quote by Walt Disney himself. So it's Disney themed, and you know, the stencil is like all black, black, blue, black. So
books.
That was good. Yeah, well, book was the.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can tell. It's kind of hard. Probably not over camera. Oh no, you can kind of see the mountains in the background. So I wanted to somehow put Disney theme. I have these like playing cards, these Tinkerbell playing cards, and one of them had like Tinkerbell, and she was like this big. So I literally cut it out, took an X-Acto knife, went over the exact like shape and body of her, so it was just her.
Oh,
and I went to glue it in there. But then I went to get another card, and it was like super big, so it was all mismatched. So I spent like 40 minutes cutting out this Tinkerbell, only to find out I couldn't use it. And I was going to do the same thing with Moana, and this pretty much the same thing happened there. But she had this Moana coloring book, so what I did was I cut out pages and certain parts of pages and glued them to a page in here and glued that page to the page in front, so you can kind of see the hint of the mountains back there.
It's really hard to tell, but I mean, you can see it in person.
In person, you can clearly see it, but it was just so it's like, it's not popping out at you, but it's like a subtle like design.
It's really cute.
And then the next page says, "Forever is composed of nows," because you know that is true. The next one I hand wrote except for the stencil, and then there's like some drawings on it, but it says, "Living a fulfilled life is the only way to live a life." I put "with you ×3" under the mistletoe, you know, Justin Bieber song, which was Andrew singing in our intro.
Vlogmas intro.
Yeah. So this is, see, the Moana thing I was talking about, I cut her out. So I literally took an X-Acto knife and went on every part of her, which was hard. This is also another quote by Walt Disney. "There is no magic in magic, it's all in the details." And then this one isn't even a quote. I just wrote, "I hope you've enjoyed flipping through so far, you're almost there, I love you." And it was just a way to get 2 words on there because I was running out of time, so I had to figure out a way to either put multiple words on a page or whatever. And then I messed up here. I meant to write "the," but I don't know why I had a mental brain fart and I didn't put the H, so it was just T-E. So I just crossed it out, and I was just like, you know what, screw it or whatever. So I just wrote "the" in the stencil, and then I crossed out and said "don't look." So that page was like a failed page, but I put the word for the thing. And then this one said, "Time will tell, I suppose, or at least these pages will." And it was hard to find a quote with the word "page" in it that wasn't like insanely long. So this one was good, and it actually was funny because it said the pages will tell pretty much, and you had to flip to the pages. So the next one I wrote, I'll read it to you. It's a long like handwriting with some stencil in there, and it goes on to multiple pages. And yeah, so here we go. I said, "A long, long time ago in junior year, I met this girl named Kianna. I would go on to tell this story, but I know you know it," and "it" being one of the blue words. But anyways, I started to really like this girl. The more I got to know her, the more I got to see her, the more I started to like her. Dare I say to love her? No, I told myself, she won't, one of the words, she won't feel the same way. But good thing I didn't listen to myself. I began to tell myself I will never give up on a girl as perfect as her. So I tried and tried and tried and tried, and I literally wrote the entire page and tried and tried and tried and tried. And then I wrote B on there because that was one of the things. I actually finished the book and went to read the quote to make sure it all flowed, and I forgot to put the word B, so I just had to randomly just put that on there. So, and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried again till we get to the next page. It all led to where we are now. Even though there has been some tragic times, some tragic moments, it's all part of the perfectness you are. I love you, Bubby, which is one of the words I call her. So that got 3 words out of the way all in one little story. And also it has another Moana thing on there. Maui, you guys can see this one easier. He's on there. And then we go to the next one. Again, I messed up here. I had a mental brain. I was trying to spell at the end, but for some reason I put ATH like AF. I had that brain fart, so I just put an X over it. Wasn't meant to do anything. So the actual page where I didn't mess up, it's kind of bright, so it's hard to tell. It says, at the end of the day, your feet should be smelly like mine. So the actual quote was like, at the end of the day, your feet should be smelly, your hair should be messy, and something else. But I just couldn't fit the entire page, the entire quote on the page. So I just said, your feet should be smelly like mine. It's not a quote that's meant to like be like, oh, it's supposed to be like a funny thing. And then this is something I just created because I needed to put multiple words on pages because I was running out of time. So I said, you'll never find another me. So I actually messed up on the stencil here. It's supposed to be the one, but I put the O-H-E. So I tried to just like draw it to make it look like an N. These 3 pages kind of all go in hand. You'll never find another me. You are the one I need. Our love will be true for eternity. So it's like, it also gets all 3 of the words, but we're getting close to the end here. So, and then I printed out this picture, which I don't, yeah, it's my screensaver on my phone. This picture of Kianna at Disneyland. Little hint about Disney. But I drew like a little thought bubble, because the quote says, your mind is a powerful thing. I messed up on this one because, listen, I was being rushed.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I still think it's really cool.
The quote says, thing you want, but for some reason I put what. So, well, because I said like it's in yellow, it's really hard to see. It says, here's what you want, but for some reason I put what twice, but I put it in blue, so I just crossed it out there. But here's what you want, and then the final page says, surprise. And then I handed her this thing.
Listen to this if you're ever trying to get an annual pass.
If you're gonna get an annual pass, whichever card you buy it with, debit, credit, Visa, whatever, when you go to Disneyland for the first time to activate it, they have to verify it was that card that bought it, so it activates it. So say your parent is buying you a Disney pass or whatever, and they use their debit/credit card, and you go the first time without them, you can't activate it because you need their card and their ID to match. So this is where the tricky part came in.
I don't know if you guys are new to our channel, but we live in LA, so that's Disneyland, but I'm pretty sure it's the same basis for Disney World as well. Yeah, I had to do it from her account with her card. My mission was to steal her phone when she wasn't paying attention and her debit card, and then go in the bathroom and quickly buy it. But there was a lot of complications because I had to Zelle her the money, but it was a lot of money. Both of our accounts were like getting contacted. Yeah, getting contacted for fraud because I was transferring so much money and trying to buy it. Take it out, and then
so I transferred it to her account, and I used her card, and it was being denied. I tried it like 3 times, and it wasn't working. So I Zelled the money back to my card. I'm like, you know what?
Fraud.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just have to try it with my card because it's not working. And then it wasn't working on my account. So it was literally just going back and forth of me just Zelling it from me to her to me, and just back and forth. Eventually, when I gave her the book and the surprise, it's not how I wanted it to go because I was like, oh, you got this, but we have to still buy it because it wasn't working. We had to end up buying it from her computer.
I think that's
I think honestly it just couldn't work on the phone. We both got called from Chase saying like, oh, you know, there's a fraud, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, no, it's us.
And Alec's like, no, we purposely did this.
Yeah, so we ended up buying it from her computer, on her account, on her card.
Which is also a tip as well. I think you should,
do it on your phone.
Try to do it on your computer or some type of laptop or something.
Yes.
I think that's probably what the issue was.
Yeah, so We got it. It's official, all in her name. Now she just has to go and activate it.
So it's called the Disney Signature Passport. 20% off merchandise, 15% off food. Then there is also free parking. 21st of December to the 6th of January. So that's like what? Like a week and a half?
Yeah.
About. So that's
like
pretty good for blackout dates. It includes all summer, every other day except for those days, which isn't bad at all. But yeah, so basically I have not activated my physical pass. I have it on my phone. So during like actually getting at Disneyland and trying to enter the park, they'll send me to a different station. Basically what they have to do is just scan my ticket. We have to verify, like he said, that the credit card or debit card and the ID match. I'm pretty sure that's the only time that you need to do that for your pass. You can, like, when you actually pay for food and merchandise and stuff, you don't, I believe you don't have to use that actual card that you paid the pass with. I think it's just that only time. And then they'll just verify everything. Then right there and then is when it actually gets activated. So I have, from that day, a whole year to use my pass. I will have to take a picture, and then I get my physical card that will just show my thing. So every single time I go into the Disneyland California Adventure, they'll just scan that. So I'm not gonna, or I'm pretty sure I can scan it on my phone as well. Yeah. But they'll just scan that, and then I can get into the park. And then when you try to buy merchandise or anything like that, I have to obviously show my pass. Stephanie and I, we plan on vlogging if it's 100% gonna happen. Right now it's like 95%. I'm going to Disneyland on Sunday the 6th. That's, excuse me, the first day that my pass is active. So anyway, we'll be able to go, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to vlog that if we do go. It was supposed to rain, but now it's not saying it's gonna rain anymore, which is even better. Yeah. So as of today, it says apparently that it's still gonna rain, but Steph and I still want to go if it's possible, because, also fun fact, when it does rain, a lot of people do not want to go to Disneyland. So there's shorter lines. Yeah, it's colder and it does rain, but like California rain is like not bad, honestly. Yeah. So
if anything, we want it to rain in California.
Yeah, exactly. And it will be nicer because there's going to be less crowded of people. I mean, there's going to be some rides that we're obviously not going to be able to ride on because of the rain, but like it's not a big deal. So hopefully on Sunday I will be vlogging that, so it'll probably be uploaded on Monday. And then on the 8th of January, our anniversary, we're going back to Disney, but I think we're only doing Disneyland because we have to pay for his ticket, and that's expensive. So you'll see, basically, to sum it all up, you're going to be seeing a lot of Disneyland / California Adventure food type videos, merchandise videos, Disneyland days, California Adventure days, just all around Disney stuff, which is going to be great. I mean, I hope you guys comment down below if you guys are interested in seeing that, because clearly if you guys aren't, then I won't vlog it for you guys. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of Disney.
And who knows, maybe one day we can go to Disneyland with one of you guys.
Actually, someone who watches our videos commented on my post. If you guys do not follow us on Instagram, we have it below, but if you guys like to. But I posted a picture of, an old picture of me at Disneyland, and she was like, take me with you, which is so cute. But yeah, it would be fun if we did that. I mean, probably later on. I haven't used it yet, but I'm so excited to use it. Activating it, it's gonna probably hit me so hard because I'm gonna be like, oh my god, this is actually happening.
Alright guys, I hope you liked our story time about her Disneyland pass and her getting it, and
the process.
Yeah, and everything involved in it. I hope you're guys, I'm cringy, but you know. I hope you guys are excited to see her use that, because she's honestly going to use it like every weekend. So if you're into Disney, make sure you do click that subscribe button. So if you guys do want to see like Disney content, like she was saying, like merchandise, food, all that stuff, let us know, because now that she can be there more often, we can do stuff like that. Yes. And if you guys are interested in potentially going with us, or maybe we could do like a giveaway or something where we pay for you guys to go, or if you guys,
or we can give like,
or like merchandise giveaway.
I was gonna say Disney merch giveaway.
Yeah, so let us know, because you know we want to use 20. This is like
2019 is going to be our year. Yeah. We already figured out for YouTube. We have goals for YouTube. Just things that we really want to do, like certain collabs and stuff like that. So yeah, we just 2019, we want to like hit it hard, hit it running fast in the face. I don't know, we have 2 cameras now, so it will be easier to do certain things. I have some stuff lined up in my head. Yes. Kianna can't know about it. And with that being said, guys, we gotta edit this video, post it, and we have a slew of things for you in the future. Slew,
like, I don't know, like a group. Schlort, yes.
We have a whole Schlort.
A shlew is like a group of things, you know?
What? No,
Urban Dictionary, here we go.
What is shlew?
It's a phrase. It is a phrase.
Okay, we have a lot of stuff planned.
A slew of things. Not push slew of things. Okay, whatever. It's not important. What is important is that we love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.